Zine Part 4. What we're going to look at here is table of contents. So if we can do Window, Workspace, Typography, and reset typography, closing any pop-ups that might appear. File, open, and if we can open the Zine ACA 4. So what we want to do is go to the front of our magazine, and we've got a table of content. Or we're going to put a table of content in here, sorry. To do this, we need to set up a new style to begin with, because to generate a table of content is based on the styles that have been applied to our magazine. So what we're going to do is set up a new paragraph style. So create new style, and I'm going to name it TOC, and it's going to be based on the main style, i.e. the main formatting. I'm just going to do OK. And then I'm going to make sure I go to my layers palette, unlock my text layers, and select each heading and replace it or call it TOC. And helmet hair, TOC. Now this one hasn't got a heading. There is no heading on there. So we're looking to sort that in a moment. And then finally we do Guy Martin TOC. Now we're going to go back all the way to our content page. And I'm going to select where I want my TOC to go. And then I'm going to go to Layout, Table of Contents. Now when you're making a table of contents, it's going to say what paragraph styles do you wish to include within that table of contents. I'm going to remove anything that's in there to begin with, and I'm just going to add the TOC. So I'm adding the TOC. Now you may not have these extra options down the bottom. If you don't, there's a more options button here. If you just click it, it will expand these options. And what we want to do is look at how it's formatted. So how the TOC is actually formatted. So where the page numbers begin, after entry, before entry, or no page numbers at all. But at the moment we're going to leave it as the default and see what happens. So we're just going to do, you can also give a title to the contents. So if you put a title name in here, it will come up on your table of contents. So we're going to do OK. It says, do you want to include items in overset text? Usually no. Overset text removes that text that is not displayed within the publication. You know, stuff that's been thrown away, cropped, or whatever. So we're going to do no. And it says the table of contents has been successfully generated. And there we go. Now the formatting obviously doesn't look brilliant. So let's go back to our layout. Go back to our table of content. Check the formatting here. So I'm going to simply change it to before entry. So the page numbers beginning at the beginning. So the page numbers should appear here and the text to move that way. If you wanted the text to appear here and the page number to appear here, it would be best to make a new style to actually enable that than rather try to adjust it using here. But for simplicity today, we're just going to do before entry, and between entry and number there's going to be a tab. That's a quick way of saying tab character. So I'm just going to delete that extra one I put in, and then I'm going to OK. And again, we don't want to use the overset text. As you can see, it's changed. But the problem is I wanted to include this page as well, but we have no title on this page, and I don't want to put a title on this page. If you imagine a pictorial magazine, for example, they wouldn't have titles on every single page. So how can you generate a table of content, or automatically generate a table of content with a magazine or a publication like that? What you do is a little trick. You go to your layers palette, add a new layer. I tend to put it at the bottom. I rename it Hide Me, and you'll see why in a moment. And just do OK. Then I'll make myself a little text frame. Let's just do it. It doesn't really matter where it is because it's not going to be visible. And I'm going to call it jackets. And I highlight that and I make sure it's got the paragraph style TOC applied to it. And I can move it wherever I like on the page, it doesn't really matter. I like to keep it visible so when I want to come and find it later I can come and find it. Now you leave it visible for now, and if we go back to the top of our document and then we go edit, sorry not edit is it, layout, update table of contents. And no, okay, there we go, jackets has now appeared within our document. Now there is one other thing that is incorrect, the page numbering. This has got page 1 on, this has got page 2 on, and this has got page 3 on. In theory this could be page 1, but the cover is never a page 1, so you need to sort that out. So that's what we'll look at next.